Thanks, that's all for today.
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 Thank you, that's all for today.
Thanks, that's all for today.
Thanks, that's all for today.
Thanks, that's all for today.
Hello and welcome back to Thanks, That's All For Today, a podcast hosted by me, Harriet Mullen. Welcome back. I'm so happy to be back, you know. I'm even happy to be editing, which is something I never thought I'd say. New season, new me, hey? Let's see if I can actually record this introduction properly without having to redo it 55 times. Anyway, I really hope that you loved episode 1 with the incredible Sejal Keshwala. I'm sure you did. She was such a fab guest. And speaking of fab guests, are you ready for episode 2? I'm so excited for you to listen back to this. I had so much fun recording this with Alex. So without further ado, let me introduce you to episode 2 with Blood Brothers, Alex Patmore. Hello and welcome back to the next episode of Thanks, That's All For Today with me, your host, Harriet Mullen. And joining me today is my very good friend and star of Blood Brothers the musical. It's the brilliant Alex Patmore.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Woo!
Did you think you'd be wooing today in the podcast?
I don't know. I'm a bit nervous, if anything.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. I don't know. I get a bit of stage fright when it comes to these things. Yeah. Possible.
And you know it's me. Anything.
Exactly.
So let's talk a little bit about your credits. You've done okay for yourself since you graduated from Liverpool Theatre School. You've done all right.
Yeah.
You've been in a few shows that people might recognise. You've played Bobby Willis in Cilla the musical, and most recently Mickey Johnstone in Blood Brothers. What an iconic role!
Oh, tell me about it. Yeah, a bit surreal. Still is today as well.
It's amazing.
I know, it was crazy when I got the call for it. I remember I was in Pantom, and I think we just finished Cilla, and I remember I was shopping at Christmas. My agent was like, "How do you feel about Blood Brothers?" And I was like, "Need you ask?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was, it was a bit crazy. Still surreal today. Still to this day.
Fantastic. So I've written down here, because when you graduated, you went to travel the world with Celebrity Cruises as a lead vocalist. Yes. So you've tried your hand at like singing. You're a great dancer. You've obviously now are in like a play with music. So you're in more of an acting role. And I've written down here, he's a singer, dancer, actor, and does a great mime of the guitar as well.
I thought you were going to wait a little bit before dropping this.
No,
straight in. I haven't put that on my CV just yet.
Oh, you're brilliant at it. I very much used to like watching you.
The funny thing is that it wasn't meant to be mine. I practiced the chords, and I think it was... So basically, I had to play 3 chords at the start of my solo in Cilla, and the scene is like, I wrote this song, and I'm about to show it to Brian Epstein and Cilla, and I have these 3 chords, and I can't remember what chords they were, and I don't play guitar. So I learned the 3 chords, and I practice. And it was 3 days later, I think it was a director and someone else, they just pulled me over and he went, "Alex, we really love that you've tried your hardest. But we're going to cut it, okay? We're going to have a muso on the wing, and you're going to mime." And I was heartbroken. And I didn't
know that. Oh, I'm really sorry. And now
No, it was the best thing for the show, I think. I think it was the best thing for the show. And also, I was always told, if you don't like doing something, do it so badly that you cut it.
Yeah, yes, because every night then you'd hate that scene. Oh my God.
I know, it would have been awful.
Well, your mime was fantastic. No one would ever have known. So
thank you.
that is your quadruple threat right there. So let's just talk a little bit before we go into auditions. So drama school, straight into lead vocalist, cruise life, then into Cilla, then Panto, then Blood Brothers. They're all so varied. Do you have a favourite genre of theatre, or are you happy just turning your hand at any of the 3 disciplines?
Oh man, I loved just straight musical theatre. I loved Cilla so much. I don't know if it's because it was like my first like big job, but and I know it's a jukebox musical and stuff, but if anything, I'd love to just stay in straight musical theatre. And I mean, Blood Brothers is a musical in essence, but it really is a play with music and stuff. And it would also be nice to try a musical that is just straight all singing. But I don't know. I think out of anything on my CV, I did enjoyed Cilla the most.
What do you think is your strongest discipline? Singing, dancing, acting?
Oh, I don't know. It's changed like all over. I haven't danced for so long now. Obviously, playing Bobby and then Mickey, and it's hard to find the motivation to get to a dance class while on tour, but also just you can lose it so quickly after not doing classes. So I don't know. I mean, I started so young dancing, just that straight dancing, and then going into singing and acting. I'd say probably I'm a stronger actor singer now than any, and I'd like to think I'd be able to get into a dance class, but I definitely have to be in the bottom.
You can see, you can see in Blood Brothers though. There is a song that comes on, and Alex Dancer comes out. What is?
Oh, really?
That? Yeah, it's when you're a kid. I think it's towards the end of Act 1, and I was like, there he is. There he is. His shoulder in the leg. No, it was.
Okay. Jetting across the back of the stage.
But I saw you switched it on, and I was like, there he is.
Oh, that's so bad because I always get a note.
Oh no.
Me and Eddie, you know, it's good that you bring this up. I'll have to jot this down.
You don't walk round like a dancer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's so easy, like shoulders back, just leaning with your chest.
I mean, tell me about it. I know. In my 18 years of dance training, people always say to me, stop walking like a dancer, Harriet. So, my little anecdote for you and how I know you, which obviously we've already mentioned. We were in a show together called Cilla the Musical. And I remember joining the rehearsal process, and there was already an established cast that had already been on the road for like about a year.
Year and a half, I think.
Year and a half, yeah.
Something like that.
And so they had auditioned and found a new Bobby, who's the leading man, and his brother Kenny, both the Willis brothers, and Kenny's wife Rose Willis. And so the first few days they just had rehearsing Bobby, Kenny, Rose and Cilla. So that was me, you, Timmy and Cara. And I remember walking in on the first day thinking, I don't know why we'd be dancing all day.
Pink, wasn't it? It was a pineapple tracksuit or something like.
I came in a full dance outfit, like off the shoulder. I might as well had leg warmers.
It was like you got a cat rehearsal.
Tim were just like in your normal clothes, and Cara was in a lovely dress, and I was like, why am I in a full-on dance outfit? Like, how embarrassing! But we hit it off straight away.
Oh yeah,
me, you and Tim. It was just the dream trio to work with. I do say so myself. I was a dream to work with.
No, it was fun. It really was.
It was so fun. And there is a story that I won't even try and explain because it isn't funny, but there's a story about custard creams, and it's a long story, but we find it hilarious.
Yeah, but you had to be there.
You had to be there. Listen, you had to be there on those first few days when I was in a Fame tracksuit. No, it was absolutely great to work together. We had so much fun. And then obviously coming to see you in Blood Brothers and feeling very, very proud. I love your fam as well. All your fam. It's important to include in this actually that your siblings are also in the industry as well, which I know anyone who's like personally who's got all the siblings are all in theatre. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it has its positives and it has a lot of negatives as well. No, it is. You get one person in the shower. You mean sometimes you don't always hit that note in the shower, and then you have your brother just sitting there as he comes out and goes, struggling today.
Do you reckon you'd ever be able to do a show with Cameron, like together?
Probably, yeah, probably. I would, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know about him, but yeah,
that'd be great.
It'd be interesting, wouldn't it? It would be interesting. I've thought about this one day. I think once they did it where Blood Brothers, they actually had actual twins.
Wow.
As well. But yeah, my little sister as well, she's in her final year.
Amazing.
was Liverpool Theatre School, now Liverpool Central Studios, and I don't know, I feel so sorry for her with the current climate. And she has a showcase next week.
Oh, fantastic.
I know, how exciting.
Oh
so
my
it's
God,
really,
that's amazing. I'm so pleased that's going ahead.
yeah, so I think it's not going ahead with people, but what they're doing
No.
is they're recording it and then they're sending it off. But it's exciting. I know it's going to be a really tough couple of years for everyone, but I do feel sorry for like the graduates who, it's tough already getting out of college, never mind with everyone else being out of work and no jobs. But yeah, it's exciting, and she had her first audition the other day, so it's all coming together.
So is theatre really big in your family when you were growing up, or was it something you did that then your siblings followed?
Yeah, so my mum did like ballroom dancing when she was younger, and then I got into...
Really? Yes, Amanda. We love Amanda Patmore. Ballroom dancing, I had no idea.
Yeah. She got some awards for it and stuff. She still has them in the cabinet downstairs. Polishes them every day. No, no. Yeah. So we did that. Then I started doing it from about 4 or 5, and I really just didn't like ballroom dancing, and then just started going to do ballet and tap and stuff, and then. Slowly, I don't know how many years, I was in LTS, the Saturday school, at 8 years old, and then Cameron joined, and then Freya joined young as a baby, did baby ballet and stuff like that. And then I guess it's just progressed through there. It's kind of all we've ever really known, to be honest. My mum actually did take us to a lot of shows and watched a lot of musical films. I think my favourite film, the one I would say that kind of inspired me, was Singing in the Rain.
Knew you can say that.
Yeah, it's the best. So yeah, it's always been there in the forefront. I don't think I would ever say we were ever forced or pushed.
No.
But it was always something we kind of wanted to do.
And what would be your dream role of all time?
Oh man, I see everyone always says this. I really don't know. Someone asked me this the other week. There's so many shows I would love to do. Like I listened to Les Mis the other day, and I was thinking I'd love to be able to play like Marius and Les Mis or something like that. There's so many shows I'd love to do something like Company as well, or West Side Story. Like, there's so many good shows. I don't think there's a specific role out there where I'm like, I'll feel like I've made it if I do that. I don't know. There's loads of different.
Amazing. Amazing. By the way, my mic is picking up your pen.
Oh, is it? I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's just, you might listen back and be like, why didn't you tell me to not click my pen? It's just very sensitive.
That's going to pick that up for a while as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry.
You can leave that in. Alex, stop clicking your pen.
We're close enough for me to be able to be stop it.
Yes. Sort yourself out.
So we'll go on to a game now, but then afterwards I want to talk to you about a tiny little global pandemic and how it affected your last night of the show that you were in beforehand. But we'll play a game first, because I know this is the real reason why you want to do this podcast.
Oh God, this makes me nervous.
So excited for this, haven't you?
You didn't tell me about the game.
Yeah, there's 3. Not even joking. Okay, the first question is really crucial. So basically it's audition styles, or like which one you prefer, basically. It's very simple. It's extremely simple.
Is it more like a dance call or a singing call? Or
yeah, oh my God, you should have your own podcast too. This is exactly what it is. So we'll just do a quick example first of all. So working with Harriet Mullen or working with anyone else in the musical theatre industry?
Working with Harriet Mullen.
Obviously, thank you.
Obviously, yeah.
Obviously, it's in your contract, isn't it? Funnily enough, actually, I've auditioned to play your sister in another show. We're always family. I mean, clearly we're meant to play brother and sister. So any other shows that need a brother and a sister, let us know. Anyway, okay, audition styles are, where do you stand in a dance call? Are you front, middle, back?
Oh, middle, yeah. I'm not confident enough. Be at the front. I'd say at the moment, I haven't been to a dance call. I'd say back right now, but normally I like to be like middle-ish, because if I go to the front, I haven't picked up the routine quick enough. It's a mess. So yeah, I'd say middle back right now.
Middle back. Okay, fabulous. Are you a fan of one-to-one auditions or a panel audition?
One-to-one, less eyes.
Nice. Group or solo?
Group.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, sorry. I mean, like in a dance floor or just.
I'd love to watch a solo dance call.
That's what I thought you said. No, solo, definitely.
Also, I'm really sorry that I corrected you. I was like, really?
Yeah, no.
These are
Because I was confused by the
answers.
question. I was confused by the question. Yeah. No, if it's a dance call, it's in a group. If it's singing, it's solo. Yeah.
I'll specify next time. Sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry. Okay, monologue. This is an acting question, obviously.
Okay, thank you.
Monologue or script work?
Monologue.
Cool. Do you prefer to sing or dance first?
Sing.
And do you prefer, by the way, I'm not used to one-word answers.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
It's great. This is why I created the game for like a quick round session. I designed this for like a quick fire round, but no one's ever done it. So you're my favourite. Legit versus pop.
Oh, legit, definitely.
And finally, I'm actually quite surprised.
Really?
Yeah, because when I think of your previous credits, your cruise job when you were a lead vocalist, that was very like pop rock, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was, but also it was a real big learning curve at the same time because I'm naturally comfortable in a more legit setup, shall we say, and singing those legit songs. So when I was there and I was singing like Bon Jovi,
yeah,
I was like, "Woo! This is a."
No, I definitely could see you in a legit, like doing more legit stuff, like Marius and Les Mis.
Yeah, that was that. I think the ship was a big learning thing for pop and stuff. I think I wouldn't been able to sing some of the songs in like Cilla if I didn't have done that job.
Okay, fabulous. And do you prefer to be off book or reading in an audition?
Off book, yeah.
Fab, you've passed.
Oh,
that's the quickest round ever. So let's talk about this global pandemic that hit, I was going to say funnily enough, but there's nothing bloody funny about it. Ironically, is it ironically or just coincidentally happened 1 year ago?
Yeah.
We got there.
We got there. Cut that. Cut the rest.
That took longer than your whole game. So basically, by the way, anyone listening is just going to be like, they are laughing nonstop.
I know. This people are going to be, I didn't get a word.
We're really forcing ourselves to like each other and be happy to see each other.
I know.
We're doing good. So obviously 1 year ago today, between yesterday and today, the theatre land just went dark. And did you know at the time that I'm guessing your Saturday show would have been your last? Did you know that was going to be the last night? Did you have any idea?
Well, I think like everyone else, it was slowly creeping up on everyone, and everyone was a bit like, "Oh, what's going to happen?" I didn't think it was going to happen as quickly as it did. It was so sudden because we found out on the Monday. I think it was a Monday. You get the press conference. They need to say theatres are closing. The Saturday, I don't know. It was a bit up in the air. I think people were not thinking about it too much, but it was going to be expected. But I don't know. I remember when we got the Monday and we were like, "Oh my goodness, what's going to happen?" Like no one's ever been in this position. It's like it's the uncertainty of what's happening. We got an email. Obviously, we got the WhatsApp group, and I think with the Cilla WhatsApp group, and then they were just blowing up, and people were like, "Oh my goodness, what's happening? What's going on?" And the Brothers cast were like, "We don't know what's happening." And then we got an email with it, I think about 8 o'clock at night. Because obviously we were traveling on, like, Tuesday, we were traveling to the next place. We were quite lucky because we only had 2 weeks left to tour. So it wasn't too bad.
And of course, you would have thought that we were only going to lock down for 3 weeks.
Like everyone thought, not for 6 years. That's how it feels.
We FaceTimed like pretty quickly into the pandemic when I bought a microwave for the first time in my life. Do you remember that?
God, yeah, I can't believe that. Yeah.
Still only used it to heat up teas.
Oh, I know. I find it fascinating. I don't know. I find it fascinating. People of Cheltenham have never used a microwave.
I do warm up soup.
That's so bizarre.
Sorry.
We'll have another podcast just for this.
Yeah, we need one just for the microwave gate. But I remember us talking about it, and your dad had said to you, because your dad is a paramedic, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he'd said to you that it was it was going to last a little bit longer than the 3 weeks. He was like, I think there'll be another lockdown, but we didn't know it was going to be a year.
Yeah, I know. I remember him telling me he was worried. He was really worried, like everyone else who worked in the NHS system. And like, thank God for those people, by the way, last year being like absolute lifesavers. And I can't even imagine what the year they've had. So when people like go so nice, say we've been stuck in a house.
Oh, I know.
And they're going on the front line. So yeah, just thank you to all the people in the NHS and stuff like that.
100%.
Yeah, I remember thinking, I by the end of the year, I'll be back on tour. But if not, I can hopefully get a panto. And we're quite lucky. There were some pantos. Tim, who played my brother in Cilla, he was in a panto in St. Helens. And I can't tell you, like, it was rather emotional going to watch him. And I know it was only a panto, but it was just to be in a theatre again. And I was just live interaction. And I was like, so nice. And I missed it so much. I remember watching, I'm not like an overly emotional person, but I remember I watched, was it End of Britain's Got Talent when they did the big musical theatre? And I was like, oh my, like it gets to you because you're just like, if anything, this has made me realise, like, me and Tim are labouring at the moment, just let you know.
Yes, I saw that on your Instagram.
We're doing landscaping. I'm like digging holes for a living at the moment.
Wow, you've been so resourceful though.
I know, but these aren't working hands.
Getting back on the stage doing a jeté.
Yeah, these are jazz hands. These aren't working. Like, we can cut that out, that bit.
Oh, I'm keeping that in. I'm actually going to put that. I'm going to edit there. These are jazz hands. When I say, and welcome Alex Patmore, these are jazz hands. Amazing. So we're going to go back to another game. This game is called Rituals. And it's basically about what you do before and after an audition, or that you have to do, or maybe that you don't have any rituals. We'll find out. If you don't, maybe lie, just to make this podcast a little bit interesting. Okay, so I've got to start with this one. Do you have any dance tricks that you will whack out at a dance call?
Oh my, no, I actually don't. I really don't.
I told you to lie.
I know, but this is the reason why I don't. I don't know if I showed you the video of me. Okay, so this is really, really. So when I was in college, I was in my third year, and I was like, okay, I'm going to these auditions, and these guys are just freestyling, and the routine's fine. I'm crushing it, and I'm getting to it, and then it comes to because who doesn't love a freestyle? Yeah, and all these guys are just backflipping, running up walls, doing all this mad stuff, and there's me doing a pirouette into a box jump. Like, it's just so dated. And I was like, right, I need to go. There's a gymnastics place right next to my college and my house. And I started going for a couple of weeks, and I was really getting into it. And I wanted to be able to do a backflip at an audition. I really wanted to be able to do a backflip. So I started doing it, and I practiced. I was doing it in the pit. A couple of days later, I came back and I started doing it again. I was out to my friend, and it was the end of a session. So bear in mind, there are 2 other videos of me nearly making this landing. And I'm quite tired. I don't want to be making up excuses, but basically, it's about 5-6 years ago. I went to do a backflip. I go up, and I realise I haven't gone far enough back. And I've landed so far on my back, and my legs just topple over onto me. And it's on video, and everyone who knows me has seen this video. It's been shared by thousands of people on Facebook. And I never went back to gymnastics again. And I never got to do it. I couldn't. I had 2 black eyes. My niece smacked me in the face. Oh, it's hilarious. And it gets shared every year. It's around September time is like the anniversary of this video.
I can't wait. I've got a countdown on my phone to rewatch it.
That's why I don't have tricks.
Oh no, I feel really bad because I laugh so much when I watch it. It's awful.
It's hilarious.
But you actually got hurt.
Well, yeah, I got hurt. It was my own fault. I didn't actually. I was just going for this backflip.
Oh my god! Imagine if that had happened in an audition.
Oh my goodness, it would have been awful. Eileen Phillips just sat there on the panel.
Oh my god. Right. So no dance tricks because of a previous injury.
Yeah.
but can do the splits and a box jump. Is that what you said? So
Yeah, I could. Not now.
what about clothes that you wear? Do you have like any like outfit that you go to for an audition, or do you dress for the role, or do you just go as Alex?
I don't know. I always had. I always went and I had these nice Nike leggings. And then I had these shorts, Lululemon shorts that went over, and then a nice vest with a pair of trainers. I thought it was strong. It looked good. I felt good in it. Yeah, and then for singing, I normally wear like just a plain black t-shirt, jeans, and I've got like Clark's desert boots I used to wear.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I felt comfortable in, and I just felt it was like a good thing to wear.
Definitely. Because some people just like dress for the role or whatever. Like, it's your podcast, so let's not talk about other people.
Yeah. Like, so people come like in a pink velour pineapple tracksuits.
Yeah, right. Thanks so much. Thanks. Right. I was really in the 60s mode, clearly. I know. Dressed as an 80s starter or something.
Babe, yeah.
Okay, do you have any warm-ups that you have to do before an audition, physically or vocally?
Not really. I mean, when I used to go to auditions, I always don't live in London, so I just travel from Liverpool. So I normally like the 2-hour train down, but it's not like it gets me in the right frame of mind. And I'll normally warm up in the shower before I go, and I'll normally try and warm up half an hour before whatever place I go to for the audition, say Pineapple or Dance Attic. I'll just find somewhere. I really don't care if people can hear me warming up either.
Oh, that's good.
I just do it. Do you remember those boxes that people could put over their mouth?
No.
Do you not remember? I swear you can buy them. Listen to this. I'm not making this up. There's a box that's meant to. You can warm up as loud as you want, but it's like soundproof. I'm being deadly serious. Look into it. I don't have to show them.
I'm actually going to look it up. Oh no, because I'll turn my phone on and get the notifications. I'm going to look that up and I'm going to buy you.
I don't know. I'm definitely not making it up because I definitely looked into it once. And you can wear them, like you'll be warmed up on the train, and it's a dull sound. You can't really hear it, but I don't know if it works or not. That's what it was advertised at. But yeah, I do just do that, and then I just normally warm up for a dance call, and then see what happens.
Fab. And what about feedback? Are you someone that has to have feedback, or do you just like to leave the audition and never speak of it again?
I don't mind feedback when it comes to me. I obviously think the feedback is always going to be useful. But I also don't really mind. It depends on how the audition goes. Like if it goes down terribly, you're just like, yeah, get me out this room. And you're just like, let's just forget about that one and move on to the next. It really depends. I mean, there's not many auditions I've been to where there has been feedback. In a personal face-to-face, it's normally come through my agent. But yeah, I don't really care really either or.
Brill. Oh my God, I've never said that in my life. Brill. Brilliant. Who do you tell? Does Amanda Patmore know all the ins and outs of auditions? I feel like mums are like the go-to person, but do you have anybody that you tell before and after that you're going to an audition? I
don't know. Like I'll talk, because obviously I've got a house with actors. I'll talk to them. I'll just go, yeah, I've got this audition for this. I'm going to sing this. I never really tell them what I'm going to do. I normally just kind of do it, but I'll just be like, oh, that's cool. And then I'll call someone. I might call my brother. I might call my mum and just be like, I always do the same thing after every audition.
Do you? That's what I was going to ask you next. What is it?
All right, I'll wait.
No, tell me.
Tell me to just segue.
Yeah.
I normally, this is really funny, because obviously I'm waiting, depending, and my brother does the exact same, and I know Tim's done this. We wait, because you're waiting for the off-peak train. You've got to wait till I think it's 7:05. Oh no, 5:05, I think it is, from Euston. So let's say it finishes at like 2:30, 3. You've got a couple hours to kill. I'll normally just go to Leicester Square, Wetherspoons, and have a pint.
Oh my God, what, for every audition?
Most auditions. If I've got time to kill and I've got no auditions, I'm not going to get a train back. Oh God, yeah. I'll be on the phone to my mum and I'll be like, yeah. And if it's nice and sunny, I'll just be stood outside. I'll just have a nice little pint of Guinness or something. I'll just sit there, just debriefing the audition, or I'll call my agent and let them know how it's gone. And then if I've had a bad audition, I'll get a Burger King from Euston and get on the train. I don't know, my brother does the same.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's brilliant. But it's quite handy, the Burger King there, because it's right by the gate, isn't it?
Exactly. You get it, and you're running with everyone else to get to it.
The thing about the Liverpool train from Euston, I swear, is just
It's
the
chaos.
Liverpool one. Everybody's waiting for at Euston, everyone's waiting for the gate. And then as soon as it happens, like as soon as gate 16, everyone, I swear, the whole
it's chaos, isn't it?
Station, I couldn't think of the word, station are running, and then you have to like filter down the line.
Yeah, and it goes really tight because it's normally at the very end. Because I kind of got ahead of the game because I was there so many times, I'd just casually get me Burger King and just wait. I'd just wait there, and if there was no guards, I'd walk straight down, and you'd be able to see if it says Liverpool Lime Street on the side of the train. So I'll just walk on. But I've done it when I've walked, and I remember some woman elbowed me in the chest.
Oh my God.
I was like, I mean, it is a different journey, isn't it? If you've got a table with a charger, it makes the difference.
Completely.
Yeah. You're having a good time because you don't want to get 3/4 in and your phone dies.
That's the worst thing, especially that off-peak train is quite long.
Oh, goodness. Or I've done the 5 o'clock train in the morning, which is when you get all the people going to work to London, and that's brutal. That's brutal.
So that's kind of like what I was going to ask you next about rituals and things that you do every time. And then the next question was food/drink before and after. So we've covered that. Oh, this question is so for you. There's no one else I'm going to ask this. I've put in brackets vitamins.
Oh, goodness.
Because you love your, like, if anyone coughs or sneezes near Alex, he's like the pre-COVID person. You were like aware before COVID happened.
I'm still so like that, like, because I just thought, because there's nothing worse. And everyone thinks it's ridiculous, but until you're doing, like, if you're doing a lead and you're doing it, like you knew when you were on Cilla, like the fear of getting ill and the fear of when you're feeling like you're getting ill and you're like, oh my goodness, and if you have to try and push through a show and you're just not feeling yourself, there's nothing worse, and you're just not in it. So I know I had a trundle, didn't I? I'm just full of, I was a walking pharmacy.
Yeah, you were. I remember I didn't feel very well in Sheffield. I felt a little bit like not great, and you like came in Barocca vitamins, like multivits. You were like, take these, please.
Yeah. On stage with me. Get these all down. Yeah.
When you do travel like early in the morning, obviously to get to an audition in London or wherever, how early do you have to be, or do you cut it really fine?
Oh no, see, I have done it. It's like everyone. If you cut it really fine, it's just you're just catching up. You're just catching up. By the time you get to the audition, you're all over the place. I love to be there an hour before at least. And I don't even have to be in the room. I just mean in the vicinity of where the audition is. Like, it was at the Umbrella Studio in London or anywhere fantastic. I like to be in the vicinity, and I don't mind getting a coffee. But I normally, let's say if I've got to get to an audition for like 11, I'll get like a 9 o'clock train. I'll get up about 7:30, and I'll just try and steam and just take my time, get them ready, and then get there if I want to get there.
Amazing, you've passed.
Thank you.
Oh, he's made it through another game. You've only got one more, and then I'll let you go. So let's talk about audition story times. So have you got any sort of standout auditions that you'd be willing to talk to us about, good, bad, or the ugly, that you can talk to us about? It can be from drama school or from your actual professional career.
Oh, goodness. Let me see. I think my favourite audition was Cilla. Was probably the most, like, I don't think I'll ever have an audition process or experience like I did for Cilla, because obviously, like, Tim's my best friend, brother. Basically, we've grown up together, nursery, reception, primary school, secondary school. We trained together. We live 2 doors down from each other.
Oh, it's
like,
amazing.
We're practically family, so it's unheard of. And I remember we got the call for Cilla, both of us, which was so bizarre because we'd never been to an audition together before. And we were like, okay. And I think we went on different days. And then another recall, and then another recall, and another recall. And I think it was about the 4th recall, we had scenes together in the last couple rounds of auditions. So we were fortunate that we could practice together and rehearse.
Yeah.
But basically, so we got through the auditions, and we got to the final. And it was down between me and this other lad and Tim and this other lad. And I went up, I did the first 20 minutes with Bob Thompson, the director. And then the final round is always with Bill, isn't it? Bill Kenway.
Yes, yeah.
So, which is the nerves you feel before it is just, you can't even. And I know someone else has done this, but the way to get to his office, you've got to go up like 5 flights of stairs. The longest flight of stairs.
Yes, it is.
She's so nervous because you know how close you are.
It's the quickest coming down, but it's the
goodness, yeah, it's awful. And anyway, it gets to the top, and I realised I forgot my script.
Oh no.
So I had to go all the way back down and then go all the way back up again. And I'm in there. And obviously you've got like Tom the Card, you've got Hamish in there and Bob. And so there's just a panel and Bill's there behind his big chair. And he keeps going. We're going through the scene. He keeps going again and again and again and again. And I was in there for about 45 minutes on my own. So it was long and they were drilling me. And it was really intense. And I remember they were just giving me direction. And then anyway, they were like, should we get one of the Kennys up? And I remember before Tim going to me, Tim's ballsy. I'm not as ballsy as Tim. He was like, you need to tell him that we're practically like brothers and we've been rehearsing together for 6 weeks. Tell him. I'm already nervous, mate. I don't know if I should do this. Anyway, they're having a discussion. They're like, should we get a Kenny in? And I go, can I just say something? And all just the producer's heads just turn.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, this is it. Now I was like, it's gonna, I'm either surviving or I'm sinking here with what I say. And I go, my best mate's downstairs. We've been going through these scenes together for 6 weeks, rehearsing and stuff. I just thought I'd let you know. And Bill goes, well, get him the F upstairs then. Comes up, we do the scenes. Bill was made up, Bob was made up. They really loved us.
You are so great together, you two. Like, you really are. It's very
because we've known each other all our lives. And then I had to do it, bless it, with the other Kenny as well. And then there was only one Bobby at this point. The other Bobby had been cut. And I remember one of the funniest things during the audition while I was on my own, he said, I took no notice of this whatsoever, but as I was auditioning for Bobby, he went, he could be a future Mickey. I know, and I took no notice of it, took no notice whatsoever. So,
So they literally, during your Bobby audition, they said you could be a future Mickey?
Yeah, that's what Bill said. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay. And then, but obviously, that was, I know, how amazing. But
spoiler alert, that happened.
I know. And then anyway, so we then left. Me and Tim went to Wetherspoons for a decent couple of pints after that final.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we got home, and bless us, our mums were together having a glass of wine, just waiting for us to get home. They tell you on a Friday, don't they, about 6 o'clock? And I remember we both got the call at the same time. And I remember we both just ran in the middle of the road to each other and just came, because we both knew we got the job and we were a bit unsure, and we both found out at the exact same time.
Oh my God, amazing.
The rest was history. I know, so I don't think I'll have an audition that'll ever top that whole audition experience.
Oh my God, that is amazing, especially because you two have known each other since you were tiny. Your parents are really close, and you train together, and
exactly.
Oh, it's just amazing.
You don't hear of it. It's so lovely, and I think that's why I think the whole show and the whole experience in general is like we'll always have such a close place in my heart and stuff.
Amazing, and obviously that was a very positive experience. How many rounds do you think you did?
It must be between 7 and 9. It was a lot.
Because you'd done so many rounds for Bobby, did you have to do much less for Mickey?
Yes, yeah. For Mickey, they didn't. It's funny you should say that, because they didn't tell me what role I was going for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was basically that was just one day. So they sent me through the script. They sent me through the poem. And then they sent me through the first scene where he meets Eddie. It's one of the most iconic scenes of the show.
Yeah.
And they sent me, what else did they send me? They sent me the scene where he argues, the Christmas scene where he has the big argument and a fallout, and he's just lost his job, a huge part of the show. And he sent me that, so I had that, and they got the call, and they were like, they're not going to tell you what you're going for. And I was like, that's strange. But anyway, they were making me read for Mickey, so I assumed. And I didn't really tell people, because I was like, whoa, this is big. This is like a really, really big. Especially being from Liverpool, I was like, I don't want to jinx myself. And I remember I got Tim in to help me read in with me and help me out, because I'd seen the show, but he had seen it so many more times than me. He was a lot more familiar. And I think the audition how quick what the turnaround was. We finished at early December with Cilla.
Yes.
I did a panto, so 2nd of Jan, and I had the audition on the 4th or the 5th of Jan for Blood Brothers. But the audition, I went in, I did it through with Bob downstairs, and they went in, and I went straight upstairs to Bill. And this was a Friday, and I got home, and they give me a call to say I got it.
Wow.
So it was really, really quick, and obviously they were pretty. I'm chuffed that they were pretty sure, and like felt like I was right for the role because I did feel right for it. And and then I was on tour, and I had 18 1-hour sessions to learn blocking. It was really, really tough. It was a really, really hard, and it's such a hard role as well vocally, like as you've seen with all the
and
shouting.
also you've got to age. So you've got to be a child, but a convincing child. Like there's nothing worse. That's what I love about Blood Brothers is when you see it, it's not adults like
imitating
impression and imitating being kids. It is your whole being. Like I just loved watching you as a child, like this like lovely little boy. There was like but it was so cute because it was so different from anything I'd seen you do before. And obviously the second act is, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen it, it's very hard watching you go through Mickey goes through. And your mum, I remember, was sat near us and she said she gets so upset every time she's
my mum was biased. She'll cry at the very opening of the show, so I'll take whatever she says.
No, but it's harrowing.
I could be a Mamma Mia and she'd be crying, do you know what I mean?
She'd be crying through Honey Honey.
But this is the thing, and it's so relevant right now. And for a show that was written so long ago, so we've got the stuff of like the men's mental health aspect of the show, which is so heart-wrenching and hard to watch as an audience member. And also we've got the point of people losing their jobs, going on the dole. It's if anything, it's so much more. People can relate with it so much more now. Definitely. And that's what makes me feel so excited to be able to tell the story again and go around and see how it's always been received so well.
It's fantastic.
So well. Yeah, and it's an amazing show. It is amazing.
And with auditioning for something like Blood Brothers, when you've come from singing and dancing and doing like the cruise auditions where you've got to be like full out, you've got to sing out, you've got to project, how different is the audition process from going for something like a cruise to something like Blood Brothers? Do you feel that you need to alter your singing style when you audition for plays versus cruise ship?
Oh yeah, definitely. They couldn't do like worlds apart. So I don't know if you've auditioned for ships or anything, but it's just so heavily it's pop. It's real pop, and they love like straight tone and everything's just so energy, and less about like the acting as such as you were going for something like when I went for Cilla, and less about intention and stuff. Because I love ships, and they was a really hard audition. They were really hard because I had to. I think it was funny because they didn't know I was traveling back from Liverpool, and I'd been there 3 days already, 2 days of dance, and I travelled home, back there, home.
Oh my God!
The next day I sang for them, and they went, "Can we see you again tomorrow?" So this is like day 4, day 5. I'm exhausted, and it's cost me £50 a day to get there as well. And when you're in college, I don't have a lot of money anyway. So she went, can you learn these 3 songs? Can you learn 3 songs as well? Bear in mind, I finished at 7. So I had to get home. And then they wanted me back for 9 o'clock.
You could have done with that box on the train.
Yeah, I needed the box. And and I did it. I remember getting back to the audition the next day, and I was absolutely exhausted and vocally exhausted.
Oh my God!
They wanted to see me like "Let Me Entertain You" by Robbie Williams, and I couldn't.
Oh, could you give us a little rendition now?
No, absolutely not. I haven't sung for a year. And I was so tired. It was goose, and I remember I didn't get it the first time, and then they auditioned me back a month later, and they ended up giving it to me. And she was like, "You didn't tell me that you were traveling from Liverpool." She said, "Why didn't you tell me?" And this was like I was literally just starting to audition. I was fresh college. I was like, well, I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to use it. And she was like, if you had told me, I would have put you another day or another time or anything. Yeah. About other stories, be honest. Be
Yeah,
honest,
because you never know, do you? Because sometimes you don't want to you don't want to go in and go like almost make an apology. Like, by the way, I'm so sorry if I'm vocally tired. I've been traveling. And some people like you to be like local, don't they? Like especially with not living in London.
This is the thing as well, and they want you to be at your best to make their job easier. And because I was just out of college, you just do as you're told. They want me to learn 3 songs, and I didn't even remember half the lyrics. That's how tired I was. It was a hot mess, but it was quite funny.
So you didn't get it, but then you got it a month later.
A month later, yeah. They called me back just for one round.
Okay.
Because I don't know, I knew someone who was on the audition panel, and they told him he's been travelling from Liverpool. He got up at 5 o'clock this morning and got home at 10 o'clock last night. And she because it was American panel, and they were like, you should have told us. So yeah, moral of the story, just be honest.
Moral of the story is, even if you live in London, just say you're coming from Liverpool and you'll get the job.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do your final game, and then it's time for advice from Alex. Okay, so this is called Never Have I Ever. Would be a good drinking game, but we are ever so professional on this podcast. And
I don't drink either.
No, I never have. Teetotal my whole life, and I'm only 21, so I'm a graduate.
Yeah.
So I'm actually closer to 31 than 21. That is.
Woo, really?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm 25.
You're 24? Hang on. I'm 25, nearly 24.
Oh.
By the way, I did a radio interview about my show because I'm doing another show in July.
Did you say that?
No, I didn't. But she was like, so you obviously had to learn like a Scouse accent. And I was like, yeah, I'm not Northern. So it was really, really difficult. And I said, so I started like ordering my coffees and stuff, or just like food when I was out in a Scouse accent. So like if I was ordering a cup of tea, I'd go, can I have a latte? And then I went...
That's Australian.
Why did I say that? And I went, oh my God, that was Australian. I'm so sorry.
Is it live?
Yeah, it was live. It was when I did the show. It was when I did the show like last year or the year before. And yeah, I said, can I have a latte? Why did I say that? A latte? Anyway, moving on.
Can I have a latte?
Never have I ever had to learn an accent for an audition.
Yeah, well, learn an accent. Yeah, I have to do an accent. So.
What was it?
I'm just American.
Could you give it a go? Latte?
No, I'm not doing it.
If anyone wants an Australian accent, I can say latte.
Yeah, Harriet's doing Australian accent lessons if anyone wants them.
Oh, gosh. Have you ever been late for an audition?
Yeah, at some point. I can't remember when. I know I have been late.
And they were very forgiving, or was it like a big drama?
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't think I got the job, so probably that's why I forgot about it.
Have you ever been on a panel?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't actually. I'd love to.
If anyone's looking for anyone on the panel,
yeah, anyone who wants, yeah, I'll judge.
You can pay them in custard creams.
Yeah.
Have you ever been called in last minute? And if so, how last minute? Well, you kind of just answered that, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That cruise ship one was quite last minute. Yeah.
Are you drawing?
No, I'm trying to think. When I do these podcasts, I try and think. I always got a pencil.
It's nearly done. I promise.
I'm trying to think. I'm a really bad fidgeter. I'm not drawing any.
Is that bloody pen?
Oh goodness.
Have you ever?
I'm awful. I need to just sit still.
You sit on your hands. Have you ever auditioned with your family?
Oh no, never.
Never ever. Have you? Oh, I've already asked this. Had to audition with an accent you had to learn? Yeah, I've already asked that.
Yeah.
Clearly, I was really excited to know about your accent history. Have you ever posted on social media about an audition?
No, I haven't actually. No.
Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah. I'm normally at Wetherspoons, that's why.
Checking in on Facebook. I'll do one last never have I ever. never have I ever, have you auditioned for a show abroad? And if so, what was it?
Yeah, The Bodyguard was for the
Wow.
German cast, and Starlight Express in Germany.
Fantastic. Oh my gosh, amazing.
I
Are
know,
you
I
good
didn't-
on skates?
No. But you know what? Yeah, so I didn't get the job. Yeah.
They haven't seen you backflip.
Who wouldn't want to see me mime a guitar on roller skates?
Oh my gosh. Listen, thank you so much, Alex, for being so amazing today. Before we
thank
go,
you.
have you got any advice at all for anybody listening about being in the arts or auditions in general?
Yeah, well, I think after this year, made people realise what they would like to do, like in life, and like it's made me realise do what makes you happy. Like as we see from this year, life can be too short. And I think I always say, and I had this conversation with someone who was like, I don't understand why you'd want to do this industry. And I'll be like, because if it makes you happy, if you do a job that makes you happy, I know it's a cliche, but you'll never work a day in your life. And this is, and I won't sugarcoat, this industry can be the hardest. It's a black and white. It's either really, really bad or really, really good. But when it's good, it's the best thing in the world. And if it's honestly what you want to do, you should go and attack it and give everything you've absolutely got, because there's nothing like it. There's nothing like being on stage or being in this industry, and it's an incredible feeling. So yeah, that's about it.
Alex, thank you so much for your time. I've absolutely loved having you on the podcast. And I think I've actually laughed more than I've spoken. And before we go, please could you just say the outro, which is thanks, that's all for today.
Thanks, that's all for today.